New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Hot 97, Ebro in the morning. Laura Stiles, Rosenberg. We were just in here talking about Michael Jackson's passing 10 years ago today.
Yeah.
Play some Michael Jackson tunes. Do people want to hear Michael Jackson tunes, Laura Stiles? That whole cancel Michael Jackson thing feels like a failure.
I think that people, regardless, they love the music. If you ask the majority of people, they'll be like, Michael, but his music, you know what I mean?
So they've successfully separated art from the person, is what you're telling me.
I think a lot of people that I've come across have.
And that's what they usually do. After the hype wears off, if it's classic music, I don't know.
I mean, I had some I had some really tough days, guys, on Twitter.
I don't know.
When I was telling people that they could separate the art from the music.
Well, no, there's a lot of people who still don't agree.
I had some tough days, man. They were going to cancel me.
I've seen some tough reactions out there when Michael Jackson gets played.
I played a set in L.A. recently and played like 6 Michael Jackson records.
Because I was just about to say, if you're playing Billie Jean Uptown at a hookah bar after you coming out of a Travis Scott record, what they're really upset about is the fact that you're playing Billie Jean.
Right.
And I'm trying to have fun.
I was playing Jackson 5 records
my mom's music
in L.A. on a Sunday afternoon. Played them back to back to back to back. No one.
But it was an old school party, right? Wasn't it like a vibe of that?
And nobody cared?
Oh, yeah, it was. I was playing older stuff in general.
Right.
But my point is, no one was like, oh, no, you're playing Michael Jackson? Nothing.
Right. I was at a wedding on Thursday, and when they played that R. Kelly, everybody still did
Step in the Name of Love.
They played Step in the Name of Love.
Oh, damn.
And the whole dance floor stepped in the... Nah, what is it? The
Ignition.
Electric Slide. You know, to the R. Kelly joint. Everybody still did it.
To what song, though?
To Step in the Name of Love.
Step in the Name of Love.
Oh, they did the Electric Slide to Step in the Name of Love.
Yeah.
They wasn't stepping in the name of love. There wasn't Chicago stepping.
Nah.
Oh. Turn this up, man.
Feels weird.
You just don't like it as much.
No, I still love it. It just feels weird. Still love it.
I don't... As much as I talked about it and led the conversation on it, when I play it, I don't hear it. I don't feel it. I don't feel bad.
You don't feel bad.
I separate it completely. I don't think anything.
Now play Human Nature, though.
No, I still won't notice it.
Because, you know, his more popular records, his more mainstream popular records aren't my favorite records anyway. Like, I like it. It doesn't bother me at all.
Nope, I still feel
incredible.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's kind of quiet and jumpy besides that.
No, the DJ's screwing up.
Yes.
Don't blame that on Mike.
Right.
Well, 10 years ago today, when the doctor screwed up.
Doctor didn't screw up.
He OD?
I mean, the doctor was a criminal in that he was just letting a man continue to take drugs you cannot take all the time.
But Mike was asking for it.
But Mike he didn't screw up like, oh, whoops, I gave you too much. He was probably like, I know I'm giving this guy too much, but he keeps asking for more.
Right.
What was that doctor's name again?
I forgot.
That dude was such a joker. That dude was a joke. What was that guy's name?
Doesn't matter. MJ passed away 10 years ago today.
Really? What was that? You just did an MJ pass away song? No. Oh, yeah. That was a bad... Conrad Murray. That was a bad guy.
Yeah.
And so what? More info came out later, right?
Well, he ended up never going to jail, though, I don't think. But he was just like... Michael was just getting propofol, which if anyone's ever taken propofol, it's tremendous.
What does propofol
What does it do? Just put you to sleep.
Put you to sleep. Have you had surgery recently? You haven't been under for anything?
I mean, I have for my knee. Is that what they gave me?
Not recently?
2010 was the last time I had
No,
knee surgery.
propofol would be something that you're going under for something that's a little more mild. Like colonoscopy.
Oh.
Propofol.
Yeah.
Good night. And you come out of it feeling rested, too. You come out of it actually feeling like you got rest. You'd be like, oh, no, I see if someone had availability to this constantly, this would be a problem.
The best sleep of your life.
And instantaneously. You don't have to think about it.
And so Mike taking too much, what ends up
started sleeping with it every day.
So then what? Your body's not naturally waking itself up? Is that what took place? Your heart's like,
I think it becomes less effective, and you start taking more and more of it.
Right, but I'm saying, what happened to Mike? Did his heart stop?
Yeah, I think it's stuff that's shutting down your body. So now you're taking so much of it because you need more
that it completely
and
shuts
then it just
down.
shut him down.
And the doctor was convicted.
He was convicted
of involuntary manslaughter. He served 2 years of a 4-year prison sentence.
2 years for killing Michael Jackson. Damn.
Wow.
But I guess that's actually reasonable when you think about it, because he didn't murder the guy. He was
involuntary.
He was being completely irresponsible with his medicine.
Look, I feel like the plastic surgeons that Mike had were completely irresponsible too.
Good point. Isn't it crazy that both Michael Jackson and Prince went out
drugs,
ODing on drugs? Prince was in Prince was in parking lots at the CVS, meeting up with people by himself.
Prescription drugs, guys. Prescription drugs.
Getting prescription drugs. It's crazy, man.
And it's crazy, because, right now as we watch, I was reading an article yesterday about recreational, and, you have, I forget the lady's name over in Brooklyn. She's like, she's a representative anyway. She's one of the people standing in the way of recreational. She's Guyanese, old school, kind of West Indian lady. She's like, people are going to be standing on the street smoking weed. They're standing on the street smoking weed now. Mm-hmm. They're standing on the street leaning on light posts, addicted to opioids that started out as prescription drugs courtesy of the pharmaceutical industry. Like, it's happening. We need better solutions, because this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. Michael Jackson and Prince died? Prescription drugs?
Prescription drugs are insane. The amount of money these companies are making off people is insane, bro. Everyone spends money on prescriptions.
And you trust your doctor. Your doctor said it was cool.
I know, man. In New York, there are all these psychiatrists, too, that you can go to that literally all they exist to do is give you prescriptions.
Say word. I didn't know that. Wait, what?
Yeah. That's what when I came up here, I had a prescription in Maryland for antidepressants. And when I came to New York, I needed to find a new doctor to get a refill. So I found this doctor, and I met with him for 5 minutes. That's what his job was. He gets paid to have the consultation where he gives you a prescription. That's it. He's not there to actually be a doctor. They don't know you. They don't really pay attention. They're like, oh, what were you on before? Okay, all right, here you go, here's a prescription. I mean, 7 minutes.
Wow.
That's very common.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, how do you think people get prescriptions on?
I thought they was going to their doctor.
It's pretty easy.
I thought you had to go see somebody.
It's a doctor.
No, but I mean, I thought, it was a real...
Sometimes.
Do you think they were going to go through a whole set of tests, blood work and all that? No,
that's what happens in my life. I mean, but only prescription I ever took was for my knee after surgery.
But that's not how antidepressants work. You wouldn't have to ever go through all that. You could go, even a really responsible doctor doesn't have to run a battery of tests.
Got it.
Even a really great psychotherapist would be like, hey, I've been meeting with you for, we met 2 or 3 times. I can get a gauge of what your
issues are.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even necessarily take 2 or 3 times. Bro, at least one good full session where you spend an hour talking about who the person is and what they're dealing with. Are they just really sad, or do they have depression? Because, by the way, there are also treatments for both. If you're going through acute pain because something happened to you, there was a death, whatever it may be, and you just can't get through the day, there are drugs that can help you make it manageable. But those are different than the same drugs you would take if you had real depression in your head that you couldn't get out of. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One is you're in pain and you just need something that sort of helps numb you. Whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea, there are people who need it because they're like, yo,
I can't take
my sibling died. I need to go back to work. I can't lose my job. I can't function. I need something to get through it.
Right.
And then there are people who are like, I've been depressed for 2 years. I don't even know what it's about. Those are different medications that require different conversations.
Right.
People are out here just willy-nilly giving people drugs. And we lost the 2 greatest musical icons in the world to prescription drugs.
That's crazy. And I don't think anybody's going to get held accountable for this opioid crisis. There's some lawsuits. Cities are suing pharmaceutical companies. But there are individuals that saw this happening and made money on the stock market. And your kid or family member is out here strung out because they trusted their doctor.
Now they're making the antidotes. Now they're making the money off the antidotes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They do.
They break you and then they fix you and then they break you again.
Are they about to go down, though?
We'll see.
No.
The Sackler family.
What does that mean?
I just feel like there's so much money being made. I don't believe it. Or maybe that particular brand will get shut down, and then guess what? They'll pop up with something new.
Listen, once you're a multi-millionaire in my eyes and you ain't going to jail, you're not really getting punished just because you lost some money.
Yeah, well, and people don't accept you the same way.
And people don't want to hang out with you or take your donations to their museum.
That's what's happening.
They took your name off the bench outside the museum.
By the way,
much.
not even all the museums, because you know how many different ones there are in?
Facts.
Yep, just one.
All over the
They're
country, all over the
yeah.
world. The Sackler family all over the world is in places like that. And
So
that
yeah, that's not a good enough punishment for me.